guys, welcome back inside of the Plastic Planet. I am your host, Nick Knack, hanging out with you guys tonight just to do a quick update video, kind of a revisitation, so to speak, or a re-review of both of my arcade 1up machines that I bought. This one at the beginning of this year, 2019, back in February 2019, the Space Invaders, and then 10 months ago, at the end of 2019, I picked up the PacMan one that you see right here. The purpose behind this revisitation is just to kind of talk to you guys about how these have held up for me over the course of the last several months that I've had them, and kind of my feelings on them now that I've had them for a while, had them set up, had them in my home, and my feelings on Arcade 1up in general. So let's do it right now.
Nick Knack's Plastic Planet presents. It's a Nick Knack micro moment.
Alrighty guys, well this should be a pretty quick video, but we'll start off with the PacMan machine. This is the one I've had the longest. I picked this guy up in late November, I believe, of last year in 2019. And I actually play this machine quite a bit. And it's held up really, really nice, I gotta say, over the course of the last 10 months or so. I did order from Arcade 1up, from their website, a new deck plate here. This is acrylic. And so it holds up much better than the original one that was on here that was just kind of painted on, and that wore out over time because of the oil in my hands. So this is the deck protector has held up really, really nice on this, and there is some customization on this particular unit. I did get some customized decals off of eBay, so this is not factory as you're seeing it right now. But again, the machine's held up really, really nice. The joystick is still very, very tight. The control on the machine is still really good after quite a bit of play. I've had friends over, to play it. I've had my kids have played it. My kid's friend has played it, and they're all kind of Mr. Manhandles with things. So the controllers held up nice. The deck itself held up really nice, and the machine itself still looks pretty damn gorgeous. So I'm really, really happy with this machine right here. It still sounds really damn good too. I can't complain one bit. This is a lot of fun. Again, I play it about every night. Not every night, but I do play it, a couple times a week. It's just kind of nice to come down here and chill out with this one. So I do enjoy it quite a bit. So that's the PacMan machine for you. One other thing I should mention about this particular cabinet that has really grown on me is this PacMan Plus game that it came with. When I originally got it, I thought this was kind of a dumb add-on game, but as I've played it, I almost enjoy playing this one as much, if not more, than playing regular Pac-Man. So I gotta say, this is definitely a value add on this particular machine. Alrighty guys, on to the Space Invaders machine. And again, I really love having this in my home. I love the look of it, even though as it was pointed out to me when I did my original review on this, the original Space Invaders machine didn't have a controller. I think it had a toggle, so it's not exactly the most accurate thing. But you know what? If you want complete accuracy, Arcade 1up is definitely not the way to go. This is definitely, as I've mentioned in my videos, when in concern to Arcade 1up, this is definitely sort of a novice home arcade collectible, in my opinion. It definitely scratches my itch for having an upright cabinet in my home, but they are definitely not for the purist arcade collector. But again, I really love the cabinet art on this. The machine looks nice, but that's kind of where it ends for me as far as my enthusiasm for this machine. And I knew this when I bought it. I don't know. I was sort of just blinded by nostalgia. The machine itself only comes with 2 games, which would be fine, but it's unfortunately it's Space Invaders in color and Space Invaders in black and white, and that's it. And it is very true to the arcade in that this particular game is hard as hell. The Atari 2600 port is much easier to play than this particular game is. It's damn hard. Like, I've only gotten a high score of 1,600 points on this thing. It sounds great, looks great. As you guys can see, obviously I'm not trying too hard here because I'm just holding the camera and recording, but it's harder than hell, actually. It's not an easy game. I get it. It's supposed to be representative of the arcade and it's supposed to eat your quarters. But it's damn hard. And you guys are going to notice something else too that's kind of a bummer about it here in a second. This was pointed out to me by somebody. When the game is over, it doesn't go back to the previous screen. It just stays on this screen here. It doesn't go back to the previous game over or the basically the scrolling attraction screen. It just stays on push only one player button. It just stays on that permanently. So until you turn it off the machine and turn it back on. So that's a glitch from Arcade 1UP on these Space Invaders. If I had to do it again, I would not have gotten this unit. As cool as it is and how I am definitely blinded by the nostalgia of it, I would have gone with something that I would honestly play more. Maybe I would have gotten the Final Fight machine, or maybe I would have gotten the even the Galaga or the Rampage. Yeah, I don't know. I was just really excited about the 40th anniversary and the side art and everything. It looks great, like I said, but it definitely I don't play it very often. In fact, I hardly play it at all. So in that respect, it's kind of a bummer. And for $300, I don't know, not the best thing I've ever invested in. Nevertheless, it looks really damn good next to my Pac-Man machine, which I love. Alrighty guys, well that's going to wrap up this really quick edition of the Plastic Planet. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little revisitation of both my Arcade 1UP machines and sort of a re-review of them as they've held up over the last year. For the most part, I have really enjoyed both of these machines. As I said, this one has not quite had the appeal as the Pac-Man machine. Nevertheless, I'm really glad to have them in my home. Although I might have picked a different machine other than Space Invaders if I had to do over again, as I mentioned earlier in the video. If you guys happen to have any of these Arcade 1UP machines, I would love to hear your experience with them, which machine you have and how much you like it, how much it's held up, how long have you had it, in the comments section. I'd love to hear that. I do have another Arcade 1UP machine coming later next month, and that's kind of the reason why I wanted to kind of revisit these just briefly. I did pre-order the Star Wars trilogy, Star Wars Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi cabinet. I pre-ordered it, I believe, from GameStop. Hopefully they're still in business next month or later in the month, so I'll get my cabinet. But I did pre-order that particular piece, and I'm really excited to get it in my collection. Because of my love of Star Wars and my love of that particular video game, particularly the Star Wars game. I used to play that religiously all the time as a kid in the arcade. Loved it. And that machine was a little more expensive. It's going to actually come with a light-up marquee, unlike these. And it's coming with the authentic yoke to attack the Death Star with. If you guys can kind of imagine me there. It's going to be really freaking awesome. And I'm really excited to get it in my collection, and I will have a full review of it once I do receive it later in this month, so stay on the lookout for that. Alright guys, well that's going to wrap things up here on the Plastic Planet. Please do remember I'm typically an action figure review channel, not necessarily a video game reviewer, but these Arcade 1UP cabinets definitely kind of fit in that collector sweet spot because of their nostalgia aesthetics. They definitely have a place here on my channel, but typically I do action figures, retro, vintage, higher end, and some modern as well. So do check out my other videos if that's your bag, and definitely do consider subscribing if that's your thing as well. Alright guys, like I said, that's going to wrap things up on the Plastic Planet. And remember guys, life is oh so very, very, very short, so get out there guys and fill it with some plastic crap. Alright guys, till next time. Later. Love ya. Bye.